Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're taking off our Sunday shoes and getting real footloose with it as the Viper, playing as the Dravidians in blue, gets ready to take on El Matador, playing as the Byzantines in red. Now all the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible. Let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Hakuna Matata much? Ibex, pigs, deers, horses. A real colony of animals there. Somebody called David Attenborough. In any event, the Dravidians, a civilization that very much focuses on their infantry to start with. All barracks technologies are half price, and their infantry units can be upgraded to ignore enemy armor, essentially turning each and every Dravidian infantry unit into a Lithuanian Latus. This is fantastic news because their unique unit is the Urumi Swordsman, a medium infantry unit that gets a massive charge attack every 20 or 24 seconds, depending on whether you go up to the elite version. Now, unlike the Custilier or the Roman charge attack, this one actually does trample damage. So even though I think it's statistically the middle one, the Romans only get a +5. I think the Custilier get +20, 25. The Urumis get 12, 15. But they do trample damage. Now, to support their infantry on the field of battle, all Dravidian siege units cost a third less wood. Their cavalry also benefit from the upgrade I just mentioned, although remember, their cavalry notoriously terrible. Their skirmishers and elephants attack 25% faster than normal, and their elephants can be upgraded to regenerate health as well. Stubborn Ibex. Now, to support their military, Dravidian fishermen do carry extra seafood, which, as I look on the minimap, might come in handy if the Viper decides to, depopulate the box turtle population on the map. And every time they go up in age, they do get 200 wood for free. We'll keep an eye out on the top left of our screen when the Viper clicks up to Feudal, which does help in the early stages of the game when villager allocation, wood, etc. are all incredibly important as the players rush to the next ages. Now, El Matador, playing as the Byzantines across Arabia, a civilization, man oh man, designed to take an absolute beating. To start with, all of their structures get progressively more HP, 10% more in Dark Age, up to 40% more in Feudal Age. Take a look, 2640 HP compared to the usual 2400. Now, their bombard towers can also be upgraded to get splash damage. They get town watch and town patrol for free, so they automatically see enemies coming from a mile away. Their monks heal twice as fast, which is great because they can slow down enemy advances by spamming trash units for days. Their skirmishers, their spearmen, and even their camels are all 25% cheaper. And their unique unit, the Cataphract, is a heavy cavalry unit with a massive amount of bonus damage against infantry that can take a good beating with good HP and strong base armor. Now, whenever the Byzantines are finally ready to click up to Imperial, they only pay 2/3 the cost, which does allow them to reinvest the saved resources into upgrading those Cataphracts I just mentioned by giving them even bigger attack boosts against infantry and do trample damage as well. So we have an incredibly interesting Civ matchup here between a civilization with a unit that absolutely demolishes, slaughters, and has its way with infantry versus a civilization whose infantry can be upgraded much cheaper and can be upgraded to do Lechai level armor ignoring damage. We also have two unique units that do a good amount of trample damage, and two civilizations with good economic features. Maybe not economic in the sense of non-military. For example, the monks healing twice as fast, getting town watch, town patrol for free. In any event, both players literally at the exact same moment. Man, we saw this yesterday. Again, players clicking up. Fantastic, both off the backs of 18 villagers. We'll keep an eye out, like I said, on the top left of our screen if I remember. And if I notice, let's take a look at where the resources are. The Viper already 2 villagers on gold tells me, what does it tell me? Perhaps a fast castle, perhaps militia aggression. We will see exactly what he wants to do, but his primary gold is right secure in the back. Primary stone very exposed, and additional gold very exposed in the forward position off campus, separated from the Viper settlement by 2 thick forests, which are nicely placed but still annoyingly placed when it comes to these additional resources. In the backwards position, he's got a bit of extra stone and a few more forests. Our Byzantine, let's keep an eye out. In the meantime, 10 seconds left. 94 wood, 114. Let's see it jump 314. You love to see it. Our Byzantine primary gold center position. Not really super front. Primary stone in the back, additional stone in the front. But his extra gold off campus and in the backwards position. So our Byzantine here, I think with better resource location, the Viper has 2 gold and 1 stone patches very exposed in the front. And he is now moving forward. No more villagers on gold for him. These are now very annoying men-at-arms who are trying to bust their way in here. They cannot go the long way because they will either run into more palisades or a town center. So they're doing their best to blast their way in here with a nice synchronized attack, which I absolutely love. Enough silliness. But our Byzantine archers are out, or rather archer, individual, singular. Has a nice hill here to the south where he can basically perch himself like a little canary with a bow and arrow and just annoy the hell out of these men-at-arms with additional bonus damage. But the Viper says, you know what? F that. I don't want to take any more damage on my units. I tickled away at the HP of the house. I think mission accomplished. Let me keep these units alive. Archery range going up for him as well. So interestingly, the Viper is not choosing to use the forest as part of his wall off, choosing instead to make it a bit closer to home, a bit closer to his original town center. And now he's got 23 villagers, 23, 24 for our Byzantine as well. Still no kills in the game. Let's see their HP. Ooh, 1 spearman looks very, very juicy there if the Viper can catch up. Movement speed, 0.9. Movement speed, 1. Oh, first kill goes to the Viper, gets the Rambo prize. But very, very soon afterwards, a man-at-arms lies dead at the feet of a spearman who himself then dies. And finally, we've got some notches on our belts. 2 kills apiece. What is the Viper streaming here? Another individual scout unit. And that's it. That's basically all she wrote for the Viper. I don't see any follow-up units. I see skirmishers being built, but they are garrisoned inside the archer range. I wonder if that is just purely defensive. He's getting a blacksmith as well. His resource is not great, so no fast castle for him. 60 gold still left in the bank, and now El Matador is moving forward with a good sizable army here. 8 units, not going to kill the Viper, but might do a little bit of annoying damage to some of these villagers, or maybe he'll get a villager. No, not with skirmishers. Absolutely not with skirmishers with their minimum range. And now the Viper positions his units, purely on the defensive. Now he brings back his scout. Meanwhile, El Matador scout continues to explore the map. Has he seen relics? Has just seen 1 relic for all of this exploration. Has only seen 1 relic. The Viper, 1, 2 on the mini map he sees. The Viper manages to get himself a skirmisher. How are the HPs looking? 105 to 101, but there's a scout here. The scout has to be very careful. Viper doing an amazing job picking off individual skirmishers here. Keeping this scout with 12 HP alive is very important. Look at him trying to cut off any additional poke and prod he can get, but he has to be so careful. He's playing such a dangerous game. Not exactly the highest stakes game, but a dangerous game nonetheless. And holy shit, the Viper. Look at the micro on the scout, keeping him just out of reach of the spearmen, continuing to harass these skirmishers. Oh no, the spearman. But another one moves in. Now the Viper has to be so careful, but look at this trail of red little dead bodies. Not that our Byzantine cares. Remember, these guys are still 25% cheaper, and our Byzantine now has 10 army count to the 8 of the Viper. He's got the high ground. Not too sure why he's moving forward if he's got the high ground. Does he want to be aggressive with this amount of HP? Loses another spearman, which means that this scout is now free to run amok, but unfortunately for the scout, its HP was also dog shit, and it dies. 2 more barracks. 2 more barracks for the Viper in Feudal Age. Let's see a nice big infantry war. But like I said, if you're going infantry war, I mean, against a civilization that has a cataphract. That being said, cataphracts, whenever I do talk a big game about unique units, they have to be trained out of castles. So numerical superiority Still an important aspect of Age of Empires. What is going on here? How are these skirmishers getting so many kills? So right as I say that, the Viper loses his entire army. 0 military count. His base has been reset. There is one skirmisher being trained in here, but he'll probably garrison. Nope, he pops out. Hero skirmisher, he's going to try to keep the vision here. Will our Byzantines see that our Dravidian is doubling down, tripling down on barracks? 3 barracks, so he knows he's got to get his butt up to castle. He knows he's got to get a cataphract. But again, 3 barracks versus 1 castle. I don't know. Maybe our Byzantine will just get swamped. And the Viper already up to castle age. El Matador still needs 150 food, a little tiny bit more gold, 1 more Krugerrand, and he'll have the gold necessary. Let's see what he's built back home. We have the archery range. We saw the blacksmith. And that's basically it. I don't mind this base at all. It gives me Mr. Yo vibes and creating a small little enclave for yourself. Let's see what El Matador can do here. Probably no kills, but annoying a few of these farmers. Keeping them idle, making sure the Viper has to garrison them and then move them somewhere else is not bad at all. Now the Viper, I saw a bunch of blue dots moving forward. Oh, he's doubling down on infantry. If they can close with these skirmishers, they will absolutely wreck them. The question is, can they close? He's going up to 8 men-at-arms. We'll see how quickly after getting to castle he gets the long swordsman upgrade. But now continuing to just run around circling the Viper's units is El Matador, and the Viper giving chase. But man, oh man, more and more infantry coming out of him. Not getting really too much accomplished here. Might want to be a bit more mobile. Has he discovered this lumber camp? Yeah, he's seen it, so I wonder why he's not being a bit more active with these skirmishers. Squires. Arson. Okay, never mind. I thought he'd go, he's getting pikemen. Let's see, El Matador, 0 villagers on stone, not that much gold. We'll see what he can do to stop this aggression for now back home. He is being chased away again by slower moving. There it is. There's the long swordsman upgrade. So I thought it would be first. It is in fact 4th. That's what I get when I called the game right 1 or 2 days in a row. Of course, the next game I cast, I have to completely bungle it. Although we'll see. We'll see if I bungled it. I wonder if we'll see pikemen. Wonder if we'll see Dravidian infantry take on Logistica cataphracts. Viper continues to chase. Viper continues his attack. As we saw a second ago, I forgot to point out 2 extra town centers for our Dravidian, an extra town center for our Byzantine, and now look at the HP on the town center. 3120, 30% more HP. Knights are out though. These guys aren't cheaper, so he is paying full price for these guys. Upgrades on them, +1/+1 against the Viper's 0/+1. But again, the Viper has numerical superiority and has 2 pikemen thrown in here. We'll see if Red focuses down the pikemen, as he probably should do immediately. Immediately, come on. Nope. Throws a javelin and runs the hell away. The Knight's taking a very wide berth here. Not too sure where they're going. Scout still continuing. How many relics has he seen now? 1, 2, 3, 4 relics. Okay. So our Byzantine seeing a lot more relics, using a monk to convert a pike. And the Viper turns around and goes home. He's got 10 military units here. They can take on some of these knights. I don't know if they're going to beat the knights, but they definitely can take them on. 9 attack, 2 armor. 11 attack, 3 armor. Or sorry, did I get that right? 2 armor? Yeah, 2 armor. But the HP is not great. He needs to build more. He's got 14 longswordsmen, 4 pikemen. I love the inclusion of the pikemen, seeing that the knights are out. Maybe even suspecting that the knights would have come out, added them preemptively. The Viper on his side of the map, completely not walled in at all. Bringing in the first relic for him. But our Dravidian is here with knights. 7 of them are circling. Let's see how quickly he reacts when and if he discovers he sees a house. Oh, and now he sees the town center, but conversion attempt, conversion. Denied by our Dravidian. Our Byzantine taking on Mother Nature itself in his quest for domination. High ground for our Byzantine for a hot second until a massive mob of infantry start chasing him. This might not be the most efficient use of the Viper's 18 army supply. And there we go. Peels 1 unit away. 17 go back. Go forward. Go back to the forward position. Let's put it like that. And here we go. A third town center for our Byzantine. He's got 6 villagers on stone. He's got 620 stone. I wonder what that's for. Our Dravidian, 5 villagers on stone, only 91 stone. So stone right now is not a priority for him. I like that he took the stone to the back. This one just way too exposed, even with his units being pumped out of here. But look at army counts, 27 to 14 villager population. He's ahead as well. Discovers this town center in the worst way possible by taking a bunch of arrows and damage. 7 knights still circling. Still same upgrades on them. Okay, so our Byzantine choosing for what? I'd say quantity, but he's at half the army count of his opponent, and now he's going to try to what? Cut these guys off? But there's pikemen in here. Oh, you got to be so careful. Ooh, scatters them. They take a bunch of unnecessary damage. One of them dies. What the hell was the point of that? Were you just posturing until the monks could get here? Now the monks are healing. They know they can't give chase to the small but quicker moving army, and more reinforcements. Looks like he's tethered them to the monk. Pet peeve of mine, not that these units are super duper fast, but still the monk at a 0.7. Ooh, our Dravidian is going to catch a monk. There's a bunch of monks. He's flanked by monks here. 1 unit converted. Monk will die. Another unit converted. So a 4 unit swing here. Not in the Viper's favor. But does he care? There's more reinforcements on the way. Additional houses. He's got plenty of supply room at this time getting handcart. Why the hell not? You're not under attack. You've got 3 town centers. You've gone up to 78 villagers. You still have double the army count of your opponent, who now is producing cataphracts. Yes, please. Look at that attack bonus against infantry. It's not even elite. It doesn't have logistica, but it is still a +9 against a unit that at most has 60 HP. These are not Viking infantry units with 20% more HP. These are just basic infantry. Oh, I wonder why the Viper is taking this path. Oh my god, this must be... Oh, El Matador converts a longswordsman. Longswordsman attacks the monk. The monk continues on his merry way. Another monk converts the longswordsman back. But goodbye, infantry. Let's watch these cataphracts do what cataphracts do, which is just absolutely demolish infantry. But what a cocky move by the Viper, taking the relic that our Dravidian, that our Byzantine had placed here for his own safekeeping, takes it Mr. Yo style from right underneath his opponent's nose. Not 1, but 2 castles for the Viper, who now has 15 villagers on stone and has now expanded his quarries to off campus in the forward position. And goodbye, pikemen. Might as well focus the knights down. No point in attacking the cataphracts. And will they see the castle? Ooh, that is so sour. That is so sour by El Matador, missing this by 1 tile. But okay, will he see it now? He's going to see it now. Okay, he does finally see it now. The Viper emergency wall for his villagers. Too late for El Matador. This castle is going up, but he doesn't care. He says, build 2 castles. I'm going to build a second one right in your face. Take your gold. And honestly, the Viper's 2 additional gold piles. That's all the gold he has. Has he seen the one here? Okay, so he's seen these 2 additional very far off campus, but his secondary, tertiary gold are now completely under Byzantine occupation. Our Byzantine wants to make a point here, prove a point. 9 villagers. I wonder if they'll go for the gold once they stop, once they finish constructing the castle. Imperial Age for the Viper, Imperial Age for our Byzantine. At the end of the day, both going up within 10 seconds of each other. More cataphracts coming out. Our Dravidian is going to be in a lot of trouble. That being said, Woot's Steel is quite possibly... Oh, he's got to be getting Woot's Steel. There's no way he's not getting. I mean, it's an expensive upgrade, about, what, 1,400 resources? But when you're doubling down on infantry like this... I mean, the stubborn. I was going to say the Viper's being so stubborn, and of course the brain translated that into the stubborn. The stubborn Viper doubling down on infantry, continuing more upgrades for his infantry. Archer armor upgrades now. A random Dravidian pikeman dies basically immediately. And where are you guys going? Did you catch wind of these villagers? Is our Dravidian going to fish for box turtle and show us that food carrying bonus? No, the Viper, where are you going? With 7 villagers, we can kind of guess where you're going. Are you looking for gold? Because there's more gold to the east of your base. And now he runs into the Dravidian, into the Byzantine castle. More units out, and our Byzantine, no, I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time distinguishing between two civilizations that have names completely different from each other. But our Byzantine is adding in skirmishers. No wonder he's getting archer armor, ballistics. I mean, ballistics also benefits the castle, chemistry, conscription. 54 army count to 39. Let's see a big old battle. Tiger joins it. Did you really go all the way across the map to jack lumber at a random forest? There's no way. I think the Viper probably wanted to search for additional piles of gold, seeing how this is 8 piles of gold that are now no longer mineable for him. But holy moly, we've got the Urumis. Look at them. Area of effect range 0.8. This is a torsion era, torsion engines. Oh, mama. These are torsion engine bombard cannons, who I think are 0.9 blast radius. These guys have 0.8, and their charge attack, that's the white bar that you see underneath the icon of the unit. Our Byzantine kind of wants to explore without risking his cataphracts, so he sends a bunch of expendables here. This is Jason Statham. This is Stallone. This is Randy Couture. This is Iko Uwais. One of them is Megan Fox, who is in the new one. And let's see what they can do. By the way, I don't know about the inclusion of Megan Fox. There's so many good. I mean, you're going to include Megan Fox before you include Sigourney Weaver? Really? The alien huntress herself? Come on. Jamie Lee Curtis? There's so many good action stars. I really wonder why they included Megan Fox. But that's not why we're here. We're here to watch exactly what's about to happen to these poor infantry units. But looks like Woot's Steel? No, not yet. I didn't see Woot's Steel being researched, and these are just basic cataphracts. Ooh, okay. Okay, these are not elite. Let's see, is there Logistica? No, there's not. So, man, oh man, the infantry killer just gets absolutely swarmed, and these elite skirmishers, who I thought would do a better job against these halberdiers, got nothing done. El Matador also loses his treb. His castle, even though it's on the high ground, is starting to be bombarded by Dravidian trebuchets. A bunch of villagers moving forward to repair. They do not want to lose this. Okay, choosing to attack the villagers instead. If you can't attack the unit, repairing the unit. Gambesons, two-handed swordsmen. Urumis with their amazing flexible metal swords. Once this cast is done, go onto YouTube. I say this every time I see Urumis. Go onto YouTube, type Urumi Swordsman, and see what an absolute hilariously awesome unit it is. It is so freaking cool. Not a unit, what a weapon. Sorry. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied lately. Casting these games for trebuchets. The Viper must be super happy. This is basically buying him a lot of time. He's down half the army count. His base undisturbed by the Byzantine. And I think the Byzantine must take this. Yeah. Finally getting iron casting. No wonder they lost the other war so freaking badly. Their upgrades were terrible. They're still terrible. 44 skirmishers make up the vast majority of El Matador's army. Both bases continue to be unharassed, so economically, we should see ourselves a big economy versus a big economy. 120 villagers, 135 villagers exactly. So let's see. What are you? Outposts. Okay, both players kind of out on the map, but it's very sour for the Viper. There are literally no resources anywhere to the north of the map. It is just a complete deserted tundra up there. He's moving in with skirmishers. Will run into a castle. He must have seen it before. No, he hasn't seen it before. Well, he's gonna see it now once a bunch of arrows fire into his face. But with 8 pierce armor, does he care? He'll just turn around and run away. Does get a villager or two. Few innocent farmers paying the price for their government Dravidian aggression. These poor farmers, they just wanted an honest day's work. And another castle now under attack. Says, forget this castle on the hill. I am going to go for this easier castle, although also looks like it's on an elevation. Although the Trebs, are they also on an elevation? Man, oh man, is it so hard to see. Maybe I should put those checkerboard tiles down. But then that makes the terrain look so crappy. Urumi chases these skirmishers. Get the hell out of my town, he says, as he will probably die at a castle fire. And right as the unit disappears on our mini screen here, obviously died. Champions with Gambeson's 6 pierce armor are going to take literally no damage, literally 1 damage from these skirmishers. But elite cataphracts, now take a look, infantry plus 12, and there's Logistica. There it is. Let's watch these numbers go up from 12 to 18. Area of effect, what is it, 0.5? 0.5 plus 18. And now these guys are almost, oh, so close. Oh, so close to being fully upgraded. Still needs the last, upgrade for the armor. He must have gotten Woots. He must have gotten Woot Steel. There's no way these cataphracts are melting like this. I must have missed Woot Steel. Well, wouldn't be the first time I miss an upgrade. Ooh, whack, whack, whack. Bye-bye goes the villager. Bye-bye to the outpost. And perfect transition out of El Matador. He needs a few more houses. He needs to build some more housing here, especially with a fallen castle in a town center that's about to fall. Arbalests mix in are great, but hand cannoneers with their plus 10 attack bonus against infantry is exactly what you need here. So El Matador, if he can survive a few more minutes, will be able to put together quite an anti-infantry army. 6 archery ranges. He's got 1 castle building, 1 castle still up, training cataphracts. Can you imagine cataphract and hand cannoneer versus infantry? I mean, throw in a jaguar warrior and a chakram and a few plumed archers, and you've got yourself an unassailable army. Beautiful, by the way, movement out of the Viper with the Urumis everywhere. Discovering that there's another castle here, immediately moves the Trebs forward. But now, Arbalests are out. Where are the hand cannoneers? A small squadron of 5 moves in, but... Okay, where are you going? Why are you going right? Go south, go south. What is attacking you? 2 Trebs. Oh my goodness. The Viper 62 army supply has enough units to carve his army in half. Oh, he wanted to give them a wide area of movement so that they'd be safe behind these skirmishers. Okay, leave this to the cataphracts. Go and save your castle. Go and save your castle. Does our Byzantine have anything that can engage into this Dravidian castle on the high ground? No, it's going to have hoardings in a second as well. So look at its HP jump up. Boop. 5808 as the Byzantine castle falls in Imperial Age. Take a look at its HP. 6720, not fully upgraded yet. I believe fully upgraded, they come with what, over 8,000 HP? And what is Red doing here? Red is putting down a whole bunch of spotting infrastructure exactly for this reason. He does not want to get sideswiped and blinded here by the Viper. And now let's see, Woot's Steel versus Logistica. Oh, does Logistica win? Oh, mama. 1 cataphract for that entire army, but might want to heal these. Remember, Byzantine monks do heal twice as fast. Rumi's whacking away at a mining camp and a house. And another house. Our Dravidian rebuilding a castle exactly where El Matador had it a minute ago. Now he is going to have full access to 8 piles of gold. Although it looked like they've been mined out significantly here. Oh, hand cannoneers on the high ground. No, the Viper cannot engage into this. I mean, if he's got Woot's steel, what do you do at this point? Is cavalry your way to go? I mean, their cavalry line is just absolutely dog shit, but maybe light cav? No bloodlines. Okay, I'm gonna point some stuff out about the Dravidian cavalry line because, again, I would say voted the worst, except no one really votes in Age of Empires. People just kind of shitpost on Reddit. But get this, no knight line whatsoever, no bloodlines or husbandry, no plate barding armor. So they are basically less tanky, slower, and don't have fully upgraded. I don't think they even have elite battle elephants. That being said, light cav with Woot's steel, maybe enough of them can dislodge this. For now, the Viper is not building any military at all. He's just going one champion and being very annoying for player and caster, sending individual units. Oh, he discovered a lumber camp here. 10 kills, all 10 economic. And the Viper is now happy as a clam. This castle has 3,500 HP, so he can take his time. He can marshal his forces. Oh, mama. Let's see 34 elite Urumis fully upgraded take this army on. I mean, not the greatest Pierce armor, but honestly, it's really a numbers game at this point. Look at him parading them in formation here at the same time. Oh, now halberdiers are here. Let's see who dies first. Man, do the infantry melt. Converted Urumi. We've got our first Byzantine Urumi right as our Dravidian pushes out. If he can close, it's one thing, but it looks like El Matador's kiting is just absolutely too much. But the Viper, holy moly, pressing his attack with villagers. Fantastic move here. If you think you're going to overrun your opponent, why the hell not send villagers in the forward position? A lot of us would, you know, first get rid of the army and then bring in the villagers. The Viper says, nah, I don't have time. We're 55 minutes into this game. I am down. Oh man, I am down in score. Oh my God, I have no option but to do what I'm doing, which is just continue to harass. But our Byzantine, 125 villagers, 5 more in the production tab. He is not stopping. He is continuing to build what? Cataphracts, hand cannoneers, and skirmishers. I like the skirmishers for the halberdiers and to provide just a meat shield. Cataphracts will absolutely melt this. Let's see how they do against champions. Oh, and they've got the high ground. Okay, bye-bye champions. Whoop. And just like that, no more champions, but more annoying Urumi swordsmen. These players, both of them need to wall their bases. This is giving me anxiety, wondering who is going to raid who, but beautiful, beautiful use of these houses. I say this all the time. When you're going to clog up the works, ain't none finer than the Byzantines. Not that they get any bonuses for houses, but man, El Matador doing a fantastic job making sure the Viper stops along the way to get rid of some of these structures, because you know the Viper will. He is a bit of a defensive player, or let's say cautious player, and so leaving a bunch of spotting houses that can see his movement is not something he would be very comfortable with. That being said, our Byzantine base completely open. Urumi's taking down a market, Urumi's taking down a house, castle taking down a barracks. But what does our Dravidian have to stop this? 14 kills, 3 trebs. What are you going to gun down? A archery range? Are you going to try to get the bombard cannons? Oh, it looks like he's going after the bombard cannons. 3 big balls miss. 3 fiery balls from the sky. But that's enough. That's enough for El Matador. Says, F that. I'm not going to compete. I don't want to lose. I have 150 gold in the bank. The last thing I can do is lose bombard cannons. No. Oh. No, why did you stop firing, you silly hand cannoneer? Oh, that's so sour. Why did they stop firing? And now cataphracts are going to clean this up. We'll see. What attack bonus against buildings? None. So they're going to be able to clean up any unit that comes out of the building, but without Blast Furnace, it's going to take a while for them to clean up the actual building. And the Viper is here just with this group of 30 roomies. The charge attack doesn't spend itself on structures, which means they still all have, except for the one who killed the villager here, they all have their charge attack, but these cataphracts, I don't know that you necessarily need your entire army here. Cataphracts are moving south. These are 3 very exposed trebuchets. Red must see this. He sees it. He's not attacking into it. Why? Because he's dealing with the threat to the north. The wildlings have invaded the north. Fortunately, they've also climbed up and down the wall and invaded the land south of the wall. Just like in the show. Beautiful attack rounds there out of these bombard cannons. Unfortunately for them, I am trying to click on them. Sorry, unfortunately for us, I'm trying to click on them. Unfortunately for them, they are dead. They are dead meat. As these Urumis split up by bombard cannons. More Urumis. More Urumis everywhere. Now the Viper is basically running our Byzantine ragged. Our Byzantine is dropped to 93 villagers. All of this harassment, all of these kills are mounting, are adding up. He's got a massive army, but it is here to the north. What the hell? What the hell is it doing up there? Okay, by halberdiers. I mean, come on, look at how quickly, look at how absolutely quickly they kill infantry units. Oh. Are these Urumi swordsmen or Karambit warriors? What the hell is going on? 71 Urumis. Okay. He's peeled off his skirmishers. 1 cataphract is going to be built here. Trained. And our Dravidian is just going to swarm over. That being said, El Matador still has 96 army supply. 17 cataphracts, 19 hand cannoneers. I dare say they could pretty much wreck this army here from our Dravidian, unless he gets great surrounds in the high ground, unless the Trebs shell away. I mean, unless he does something stupid like this, which is just send a bunch of cataphracts to die for literally no reason. He is out of gold. The cataphract is not exactly a cheap unit. 75 gold, 70 food, but oh, a bit of a mistake here from the Viper. Moves his Trebs forward, or maybe they're just bait. Maybe they're just bait. Skirmishers wrecking the economy, but does it even matter? Here we go. Let's see it. The Urumi swarm is real. It is here, and it is about to clash into the Byzantine anti-infantry army. Cataphracts melt to the overwhelming numbers of the Urumis. How many are left? Only 37, and the hand cannoneers 14, 10, 7, 4, and that's all she wrote for the Byzantine army. All he has is skirmishers, 1 cataphract, 1 converted Urumi, and 2 arbalests. Take a look at El Matador's food count. I think it's safe to say you need to go to the market and sell this immediately and build, what, 10 cataphracts? I say that right as he loses his castle and is now no longer able to build cataphracts. And I mean, this is just an absolute slaughter fest now. 87 army supply to 13. I was gonna say, how's our Byzantine gonna recover from this, but apparently he's not. Apparently he's not gonna recover at all. This barrack's still standing because no blast furnace, no bonus against buildings means that cataphracts are basically as bad as camels at taking down structures. And the Viper showing us how it's possible to raid with infantry that isn't an Eagle Warrior, isn't a Woad Raider, and moves at a massive 1.15. Holy moly, what a fun game. I'm very curious to see the economies because the disparity here only really exists in the last 5 or so 10 minutes. End of the game APM for the Viper, peak APM at the beginning of the game for El Matador. Hera levels 2 to 300. Okay, are we ready? What do we think? I think they're going to be fairly equal. Yeah, they're going to be fairly equal. Relic gold 3 to 2. Our Dravidian about double the additional gold, but not really anything to write home about in an hour-long game. Bit more, not a bit more, a lot more wood for a Byzantine, a lot more food for a Dravidian. 1,000 gold difference, but this, take a look at this. 2,100. That's 3 castles worth of difference. And man, oh man, when did he get Woot's steel? This map, it's so hard for me to see. Am I the only one that finds this? Did he not get Woot Steel? What is going on here? Where is it? Why can't I find it? It's obviously after this 35-minute mark, because Woot Steel is an Imperial Age upgrade. Is there any way to zoom in on this? Let me know in the comments. What am I missing here? There's conscription. We saw all these upgrades. Then he went champion. Then logistica for our Byzantine. Did he not get Woot Steel? If he won this game pure infantry without Woot's Steel, that is an absolute crazy, crazy win there for the Viper. Let's take a look at kill count. Our Byzantine with the better ranged units, or rather just plain range units. I don't think our Dravidian built a single range unit after Feudal Age. 633, 54 villager kills, but the Viper 504, 152 villager kills is really what got him in the end. And the Viper just able to reclaim these mineral patches, these gold mines, and there's literally nothing to the north. To the south, it looks like he was mining out the gold as well. A little bit left, 49. And then one last patch here, which he took from our Byzantine underneath the castle or the town center that was here. In any event, wow, I got what I wanted. I think we all got what we wanted. We got to see Dravidian blast radius infantry units with a charge attack. Man, oh man, that's a lot of features in one unit. Taking on the infantry sniper, the cataphract. Look at this, plus 18 attack, 0.5 area of effect range, but this 0.8 area of effect range is really bonkers. That is very bonkers. And like I said, go right after this to YouTube, type in Urumi Swordsman and see exactly why it's 0.8. Those metal swords, the flexible metal swords that they have, usually in YouTube, they have them one in each hand, and you'll see exactly why there's an area of effect range. They basically create a whirlwind of metal, and using that whirlwind of metal, the Viper, who honestly didn't have the most impressive economy for the majority of the game. Our Byzantine did control this hill for a long time, didn't really capitalize on it by mining out the gold, though. Ultimately dies with 6,700 food in the bank. Did he not rebuild the market that was deleted? He did destroyed? Yeah, he did. Okay. Unfortunately for him, no more castles. So that at best he can build hand cannoneers. And at best he can build how many at a time? 3 at a time. So unfortunately, El Matador just lost way too many buildings, too much infrastructure. The converted Urumi does end up dying, so he's left with a bunch of skirmishers, which are going to do exactly nothing against this unit with 4 pierce armor. And using, like I said, this amazing unit, 71 of them, up to 85, building 102. It is the Viper who overwhelms, swarms his opponent, takes the big W. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.